Welcome back, fellow farmers and friends, to another Start From Scratch series here on Farming Simulator 25. This will officially be the very first Start From Scratch / survival series that we are going to be doing here on the channel. So if you're excited for future content, be sure to subscribe, like this video, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you're looking forward to the most. And without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get right into the rules for the Start From Scratch series. It's been a while since we've actually done one of these. This map was just recently released and looks absolutely amazing. So I'm very excited to get into this and see what we can make here on. I'm probably going to slaughter the name of this map. I think it's Pallegney. I don't know. It's a DLC map. Go download it. It looks phenomenal, and it even looks like we're going to have a little bit of an opportunity to do some forestry work on here as well, which I'm pretty excited about. I'm looking forward to that. Again, very excited to get a Start From Scratch series going here on the channel. It's been too long. It's actually been since Frankenmuth Farms on FS25 that I believe that we've done since we've done a series. So I'm looking forward to getting back into it. As you can see right here behind us, all we have left is our truck. Now, we do have just a little bit of money in our, that's not what I want to do. We do have a little bit of money left in our pocket. I'm trying to get the HUD to come back up. There it is. There we go. $5,000. We moved out here from Frankenmuth. We left the US behind. I believe now we're over, this is definitely a European-based map, where it's based out of, I believe it's like France. Maybe they said something about it being a French map. So we'll just pretend that it's in France. If you guys actually know where this is based out of, let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, we have our candy apple red truck behind us. That's all that we have, plus the $5,000 that are in our pocket. With that, I'm going to go over and cover some settings that we have currently right now for the Start From Scratch. Real time, just for right now, I have everything set to real time, but we are going to bump that up to 5 times multiplier. Crop destruction's turned on, periodic plowing. Sure, we'll turn that on. Fieldstone, you guys know how it is here. We don't mess with fieldstone. Lime, yes. Weeds, yes. Disasters enabled, yes. Dirt, doesn't really matter, but yes, we have that set. Everything that our AI workers will do requires us to spend money, so we'll see a dip in our income anytime that we have to use an AI worker. Yeah, but other than that, the only way that we're going to make money right now is going to be via the contract page, which you can see there is quite a bit available for us out here. We could go ahead and just snag a $17,000 contract right off the rip, which I think is exactly how we're going to start out. So let's go ahead and borrow these items while we're sitting here staring at this. That's going to be perfect for us. Now, our goal, I am assuming, this is the first that I've actually really seen any of this map, but I am assuming that this area right in here next to Farmland 103 is the start farm location. I want to say that that's going to be it. So our objective is, and we'll go over there and visit this here in just a second, but that is our objective, is to purchase this farm because, as you can see, once we just randomly spawn into the middle of a wheat field here, this place is pretty well decked out for us already. So there's not going to be a whole lot that we really need to purchase as far as like barns, sheds, mainly just equipment. And that's going to be about it. I'm assuming this is a animal pen right over here. So if we actually own the farm, we could do a little bit with this. If my player looks like he's running a little bit weird, that is because I have the run multiplier turned up just a little bit so we can kind of cruise around the map at our leisure and get from point A to point B as fast as we possibly can. But this is it. This is where I want to spend $500,000 is purchasing this farm. Assuming this would be our house, we got a nice little side deck here, a little veranda that we can set out on and enjoy our morning coffee. I didn't even notice that, but apparently we have a cow for a mailbox and maybe some doors that allow us to get back into our actual farm, seeing how the rest of this is just all kind of closed off. So yeah, that's it. That's going to be the objective. Priority right now is just getting some contract work done so we can make some money. So what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and jump in, and we're going to go knock out our first contract over on, I believe, what was it, field 17? I think it was field 17. I'll double check that. Let me get hooked up to all the equipment, and I'll catch up with you guys when we reach the field that we're going to be doing some work for. Well, it's actually field 40 that we're going to be doing the contract work for, and we are on path to be there here shortly to field 40 so that we can start cultivating this field up a little bit and make what I hope to be a pretty easy and pretty quick $17,000 for this first contract. Now, as we get started with this, I do want to explain just a few other, I don't really want to call them nuances of the challenge, but just a few other ins and outs of the challenge. So it goes without saying, any sort of survival series, we are going to not cheese money. So that is one big thing for us, is we're not going to just give ourselves money. The only extra money that we can ever make is if we take a loan, but the rest of it is going to come from either field work, contract work, selling equipment, stuff like that maybe we don't end up needing in the future. So yeah, we're not just going to randomly gift ourselves a little bit of money and make things a lot easier on ourselves than it needs to be. Super strength, stuff like that, we're going to leave that turned on because sometimes super strength can become a bit of a necessity to have, get yourself out of some sticky situations. And especially if you've ever seen me drive vehicles in either FS22 or FS25, you know that I have a tendency to flip all my vehicles over. So super strength is really nice to have, just to flip the vehicles back right side up. And yes, and sometimes I like to use super strength for loading stuff like the deadwood contracts or the wood transport contracts and stuff like that. So auto loading is fair game for the survival series. So whether it's an auto loading bale trailer, auto loading logging trailer, all of it is fair game and is going to be available for use. I did forget to mention it. The economy mode for right now, I have it set to normal economy, but we might actually bump that up to hard once we kind of get a feel for everything. We'll see how the money is with the normal economy, but yeah, beyond that, no, just the main thing here is just we're not going to abuse any sort of money thing, gift ourselves any sort of dollar amount that we need so that we can purchase equipment, land, you name it. We're going to earn it, and we're going to earn it the hard way, which is by doing exactly what you see us doing here, and that is going to be a whole lot of contract work for the first little while here in on this map. I'm going to have to learn how to say this map name. It's gonna kill me. I need to be able to pronounce the name of the map that I'm doing a series on, so I'll work on that. Speaking of working on things, I'm going to continue to get the contract here completed for field 40. And from there, collect our money and then kind of get an idea of where we want to go next. Maybe it might be beneficial for us to look at taking a loan in the early games so that we can be a little bit closer to making our first purchase of some property. Now, the thing with the loan, if we were to do that, I would want to come up with a rule where we need to pay a minimum amount back every month. And speaking of month, I just realized that I forgot to set the time back to 5 times. So let me go ahead and let's fix that up real quick. 5 times. There it is. Boom, that's going to be a lot better. Now we can actually start progressing through. But yeah, maybe a loan, and if we do take any sort of loan, we have to pay a minimum amount back every single month, not negotiable. So we'll take a look at that. We'll cross that bridge when that time comes, and we'll figure out what the dollar amount is that we're going to pay back every month. I think like on one of my series on FS22, I did it to where we had to pay back, I think at a minimum, it was like $5,000 every month we had to pay back. Which kind of helps to keep things just a little realistic, trying to pay down that loan balance. So that way we're also not getting hit for a absurd amount of interest either, because the more money we have out in a loan, the more interest that we're going to get hit with. And that just also digs into our pockets as well. And it's a surefire way, if you're not careful, you'll run out of some money just on the interest alone. So... But let's hope that we can avoid that. So let me go ahead. Let me get this contract finished up here on field 40, and I will catch up with you guys afterward when it is time to collect our first paycheck here in the survival series. All right, about 3% now left here on field 40 before we get this contract completed. This very well may be the last pass that we need to make here just to get this contract completed. Then we're going to take a look at some of the other contracts that are out there and see if there's any that we can do that are relatively quick and still earn us a fair amount of money. This one here, actually not that long, even with the 5 times multiplier, like for the time, like the in-game time. We're still, this still only took us just over an hour of in-game time to actually do. So not bad whatsoever for this contract here, given the amount of money that we're also going to make off this. Now I just need to figure out where it is that the game wants me to be here. This is the steering guidance that is in the game here. One of my favorite additions to FS25 has been this bit of like steering guidance that you can do here. It's not necessarily like super like crazy. It's very simple to set up, but it is definitely a lifesaver because you don't have to worry about steering. You can just activate, deactivate your lanes, and then go from there. But with that, this contract here it's done. It's over. There's a quick $17,000 coming our way here as we get started on our adventures. So farmland 40 complete. We're going to make $16,000 off of that. So let's go ahead and collect on that. And let's take a look out here and see what else we got. Not a lot of, well, the fertilizing contracts, though. Yeah, you already know we're probably going to have to go do farmland 82. And I just noticed something. I did not catch this initially. There's a contract boost. Can I change that? Because I do not want contract boost on. Let's see here. I think that contract boost, here it is. Enable contract value overrides. Reward factor 1.5. Nope. We're going to kick that back down to 1. Didn't even realize that that was a thing. That explains a lot. So that's why we made so much money on this first contract. We're going to roll with it for now, but we fixed it up here for in the future. So now that takes that fertilizing contract. I thought these numbers seemed a little bit high for being on the normal economy as well. So now that we got that fixed up, it's going to be a little bit more down to earth. But I do think we are going to snag the fertilizing contract just because that is so easy to do. That's easy money for us right there. All right, so we'll roll over, get the fertilizing contract done. I think what I'm going to try to do in this series as well is I'm going to try to keep the episodes to like an episode per month in game. Now, during the winter time when maybe things are a little bit slower, perhaps we'll do a few more months. And I may even just kind of do a complete like just pass by of the winter time because I'm not sure how much we're actually going to be getting done in the winter months in this game. So if there's nothing super significant, I'm probably just going to bypass the winter months for the series. But if there are things that we can do and have to do around the farm, I definitely will make a video including the things that we had done through the winter just to keep everything kind of rolling just a little bit. Let's see if we can I get that over there? Is that close enough? Oh, it sure is. It's perfect. Perfect. All right, now where is field 82? It's all the way across the map from us. I'm still learning how to navigate this map, and I'm probably going to end up turning traffic off here at some point because, again, these roads are pretty narrow on this map. But for right now, we're surviving. We're going to hit the little roundabout here. I think we need to stick over here to the left side. Are we heading in the right direction? It looks like we're heading in the right direction. All right. Oh, boy. What? See? See what I was saying? Now, what did we even hit right there? I have a hard time believing that we hit something with that much force that it tipped our tractor and the fertilizer spreader over. All right. Stand by. I hear you. I hear you. I don't know what happened. You just wait. Just wait. Well, all right, we're back up and running. We had a little bit of the traffic back up there. Some of the local neighborhood folks here were not too happy with us, but little do they know that that's not going to be the first time, or it won't be the last time that's going to happen here for us. I'm not even sure. I think we hit some sort of like just invisible, maybe like a hitch point on the map that shouldn't really be there, but it is, and it causes us to flip our tractor over. It looks like we're going to want to stay to the left here as well. Up and around here. There we go. And we should bank to the right. Perfect. We're almost there. Let's hope we don't flip over again anymore. But all the more reason, too, that I want to just turn local traffic off, because it just kind of gets to be, they stop for all the pedestrians, they wait at crosswalks, and we're just out here, man, we're just trying to make some money. I ain't got time to be waiting around for everyone. I'm kind of on my own schedule here. I've got hopes and ambitions, I've got goals to accomplish, and I can't be accomplishing those goals if we're not out here getting some field work done. All right, so here we are. Field 82 is upon us. Should be the one right here in front of us. It absolutely is. Now, if you're unfamiliar with setting up the auto-guided steering lanes, I'm playing on an Xbox controller on PC, so you just hold B, go over here to steering assist, and basically gives you an entire outline, the orange lines being the lines that you'll follow that you can automatically track, so that way you don't have to worry about steering. You can turn the headlands. If you want to do 2 headlands, it'll give you that option. If you just want to keep it at 1. If you want to offset, work direction, anything like that nature. Ooh. I actually kind of like that. It kind of aligns with the way the field is going. Yeah, let's do that one. Let's do that. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead. Let's get this thing going. We'll activate our path that we need. And here it is. We're fertilizing fields, ladies and gentlemen. Well, all right, fertilizing contract is done. It is time to collect our money there. $14,729 just for cruising around the field, spreading some fertilizer, helping the community out, building a reputation here as we look to integrate and become a part of the community. Looking over the rest of the contracts, nothing really stands out except for this harvesting contract. It's just, it really depends on if I really truly want to do a harvesting contract right now. Well, all right, look, y'all already knew that this was coming. You already knew it. I couldn't turn it down. The harvesting contract was just going to make us way too much money, especially for in the early game. So we went ahead. We had to take it. I mean, come on, can't pass this money up right now. When that's all we're trying to do is make some money. And I mean, let's not even sit here and pretend that harvesting contracts aren't super peaceful and just fun to actually do. So I don't necessarily mind doing the harvesting contracts, even though they can be a little bit time consuming, but overall not bad. I'm going to go ahead and empty the hopper now, even though we were only just above 70% full with that. Mainly because I don't even think we're going to be able to unload the whole entire hopper into this trailer before we hit max capacity on the trailer that we were provided for this contract. Nonetheless, we should even be able to nearly empty the whole entire hopper. We got 1,200 liters left, and we've only got this section of the field left to do. So we're going to be able to finish up the entire rest of the field as far as the harvesting is concerned. But I am going to go over and tip this trailer real quick, just so that way we can have that part of the contract taken care of. And then when we finish up the rest of the field, we'll have one last trip to make. And the nice thing is, the sell point that we need to go to is literally right across the field from where we currently are. So that is a huge bonus, huge time saver. Making our first run, 30,000 liters full of canola here on field 76. Not too bad. It's actually a really good yield, and we're not even done yet. I would probably expect there to be about another 7,000 liters of canola remaining on that field as we chug our way uphill here. Got to imagine this trailer's pretty heavy right now. All right, and this should bring our percentage for the contract completion way up. We should be probably right around 70% by the time we're done. 71%, not bad at all. 66% transported for this contract. We don't have much left to do now. Go back, finish up this last little half of the field here, if you will. Next episode, we're going to move into the month of September, see what more we can get done there. Continue trying to make as much money as we possibly can. And maybe we'll also, like, again, maybe we'll have to explore some different options here as far as what we want to do for a starting farm, so on and so forth, how we want to get started with some equipment. And then down the line, we also need to start looking at some production points. But that is well beyond where we currently are. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to finish up the harvest here on Field 76, get this harvesting contract completed, get the rest of it transported over to the grain mill, and wrap it up for the month of August. Really hope you guys have enjoyed this video here, the initial video in the series, in the Start From Scratch series. Man, it feels good to be back. It feels good to have another series started on the channel. I have really missed it. Live streams are coming back. I just need to find some time with my personal and work schedule where I can sit down and dedicate some time to the live stream. So stay tuned. More live streams are definitely coming. And then stay tuned for future episodes here from the Start From Scratch series. And with that, fellow farmers and friends, we'll catch you in the next one.